Hey guys, here we are. We are 72 hours after I got Botox and fillers for the third time getting botulinum toxins, second time getting fillers, the most that I've ever gotten in a single setting from a different doctor. And when I started doing this, it's because I was super unhappy. Like, I was so poofy and so not matching, like very asymmetrical. And I was literally freaking out. I was having a heart attack and I just don't even know like how to explain how upset I was. Like, I was just praying to God, like, this is not what I'm gonna look like if I do, you know, it is what it is. I would prefer to not look that way, but you know, deal with it. But I was looking for videos and I couldn't find anybody who had similar videos of like the progression and had kind of a disastrous outcome, I guess. Not that, like, you know, here we are 3 days later. It's looking a lot better than it did 24 hours later. But I just wish I could have found progression videos of somebody else who had quite a bit done at a single point in time and watch it kind of settle. So here we are, like I said, 3 days later. I've been doing these videos at noon every single day because my appointment was at noon. So today is a Monday, I got it done on a Friday. So on Saturday, I did a 24-hour video. Yesterday, I did a 48-hour video. Today, I'm doing a 72-hour video. And I think my next video I'm gonna do is gonna be on Friday. So that'll be like 7 days later. Just because I don't think a whole lot is changing so much at this point anymore. And so I don't know that it makes a lot of sense to keep doing them, but I will do a week later and maybe even 2 weeks later, because it says, you know, it can take 7 to 14 days for it to fully settle. So I might do that one if I feel like there's enough change for it. The swelling, I don't really think that I see swelling in my face when it's just normal, like this. I think it feels like there's swelling, especially when I smile. I can feel it's very tight and it's still pretty tender. Not as bad as it was, obviously. But here's my smile. So see how it's so chunky? I think that there's still more swelling in there. I'm hoping there's still more swelling in there because I prefer for my smile to not look like that. And like I said, it's a little bit sore still, so I'm hoping that there's still more swelling in there to go down. I feel like if I go like this, it's okay. So that might be my new smile for the next little while. I do laugh a lot though, so you know, my chunky cheeks are probably gonna come out if this doesn't go down at all. The bruising. Okay guys, so I, in my 24-hour video, I did it in this exact same spot. In yesterday's video, the 48-hour video, I did it in a different location, and I did it in a different location because it was really dark outside and the lighting wasn't really great. Where I am right now, I have a huge window in front of me, and so I feel like this is where I'm able to get some of the best lighting in the house. And so I wish I would have done yesterday's video here, but the lighting just wasn't great. Anyway, all of that's to say is I got some pretty gnarly bruises, and I tried to show them yesterday, and I don't know how well you could see them, but we can definitely see them better today. So I used to have one in both of my cheeks, and if we look here, this one looks like it's gone. If we look here, we can still see this one. Can you see it? I see it. My lip, kind of gross. I feel like it does look better than it did yesterday. I don't know how much you guys can tell though, unfortunately. And then this is what it looks like from the bottom, right here. See how that's different than this side? And my lip is kind of like gray. I think it's blue, it's the bruising. But what popped up yesterday, and I forgot to show it yesterday, was this one. And I had a dimple there, so I hope you didn't film my dimple. Darn, he probably did. So I didn't show this one yesterday. I probably couldn't see it on my light and forgot about it, but I think the reason, well, okay. So you're not supposed to take things like ibuprofen, Excedrin, aspirin, all these sorts of things because they can thin your blood and make bruising become worse, or like green tea or various other herbal supplements. You are allowed to take Tylenol, and you're not supposed to take any of the things that I mentioned up to 2 weeks prior to getting anything done, and not 24 hours after you get anything done. Well, I take quite a bit of ibuprofen because I have TMJ, and it seems to help relax it a bit when it gets tight. You know, I have my Starbucks every morning, and then I don't know, it makes it worse. I need to like lay off the Starbucks, I guess. But I was taking the ibuprofen beforehand, and so that might have something to do with the bruising that I received. The bruising also may have just appeared because I got a lot of fillers put in, and I got poked several times between the fillers and the Botox. So, you know, it is what it is. But I think that taking the ibuprofen before I had treatment wasn't the best idea. And then about 36 hours after I had treatment, which was more than 24 hours, I took Excedrin. And I took the Excedrin because it was a mix of Tylenol, which is allowed, and ibuprofen, which isn't allowed. But I felt like it was going to be less ibuprofen than if I just took ibuprofen. Because I was in pain, like it just kind of hurt, like even just my normal face hurt. Like now it really only hurts when I smile. But yeah, I had the pain, and I knew the Tylenol would help with it, but I had a lot of swelling, and I know ibuprofen helps to relieve inflammation, and I felt like a lot of my discomfort was because of the inflammation, and I already had a bruise. I didn't know if I was going to make it worse or not, but I risked it, and it is what it is. I already had a bruise. Now I still do. So yesterday morning, I went and got this stuff called Arnica Montana, which I talked about yesterday as well. It's these little pellets, and it's a natural thing. It's definitely not in its natural form the way that I have it, but you get these pellets, you take out 5 of them. They're really tiny. They look like sprinkles, you know, for like cupcakes or something, and you put them under your tongue and you dissolve them, and they're supposed to help with the inflammation, muscle soreness, and bruising. So I got those yesterday and I started taking them. The surgeon actually did recommend them to me, but I didn't get them immediately. I wish I would have, but you know, here we are. Hindsight's 2020. I don't know how to really judge how much it's helping. I do feel like the bruises are going away compared to yesterday, but bruises do that. So I don't know. Anyway, so I forgot to mention yesterday, you can take the Arnica 3 times a day. And so I did take it 3 times yesterday, and then I took it once this morning already. I do feel, like I said, a lot of the inflammation has gone down. I still think there's inflammation there when I smile. I have bruises. Bruises take a while to recover, so it just kind of is what it is at this point. I'm happier with it. I'm happier with what my face looks like at rest. I'm really excited because, like, I actually have some cheekbones, which I've really never had cheekbones, even, you know, when I was younger and super skinny and stuff. So I'm excited because I don't wear a ton of makeup. Like usually I only do my eyebrows and my mascara and something on my lips. Every once in a while I will do makeup. And I've been really trying to learn how to like do contouring and highlighting lately. And it's just so hard because I had nothing to judge with. But now I'm like, yeah, contour goes here, blush goes here, highlight goes there. You know, like I can see where it goes now, which is exciting. Yeah, yeah, so I'm excited to like actually do some makeup one day. I really haven't been doing it yet because my face is pretty tender. Like it's not just when it's normal, but when I smile, it's tender. And when I like wash my face, it's tender. I did put some makeup on last night just to see if I could cover my bruises, which I was able to do. Thank goodness, because I start a job a week from today at a new company. I don't want to walk in with like bruises all over my face. Hopefully I won't have them by then, but I am able to cover them, which is a relief. So I did put some makeup on last night, and even just like using brushes to put on like powder and foundation and stuff, it was uncomfortable. It's not something that would like necessarily stop me from doing it. If I had a reason to go out or if I was like starting the job today, I would definitely put makeup on, but it's not something I need to do. Oh, and something else too. So like when I'm washing my face now, it's really weird because like this is so high. When I wash my face, like to get to my eyes, I have to go like this because I don't know if you can see. I don't know. I feel like the cheekbones just come out so far. You know, I can't do this anymore. I have to like do this, which I think is whatever, kind of funny. Just different than how I've always washed my face. So yeah, that's my 72-hour update. I really hope that this series is helpful to anybody who is considering getting Botox and fillers done. I've mentioned in the other videos, I haven't mentioned yet, I got Release for my fillers. I got quite a bit of both this last time, and I went to a different person. I think that the person who I went to for my first 2 treatments, I was really happy with her, but I wanted to get more done, and she wanted to do everything slowly because I hadn't done it before, which I appreciate. However, I am starting a new job, and I didn't want my face to change drastically after I started my job. And I don't think it's changed that drastically. I was concerned a few days ago that it changed very drastically, but I, you know, got some recommendations, whatever, went to a different person who was able to fit me in before the new year and the new job and everything. And like I said, where we are now, I'm much happier than where we were a few days ago. I think in the future though, I'm going to go back to the person who I was going to before, and you know, the fillers, they last for a long time. I think it's like 12 to 18 months. So I'm not going to need fillers again for a good while. But I will go back for more Botox and things. Well, that's about the only thing. So I will be able to see her, and hopefully, you know, if she goes anywhere, I'll be able to know where she goes and just tell her like, you know, I wanted more done. I went to where I could get more done. I called your office several times, and you know, they couldn't get me in until quite a bit later than I wanted to be seen. All that to be said, a lot of backstory for you guys, but really it's just, I think if you find somebody that you're happy with, stick with them, and just let them know what you need. I didn't really, like, I was like, oh yeah, I appreciate you just doing a little bit, because it is the first time I got botulinum and toxins. And then my second visit was the first time that I got the fillers. I just didn't know that I wasn't going to be able to get in a third time before 2019 ended, and that's kind of my own fault. And I probably should have made an appointment sooner, but I hadn't had any trouble getting in any other time. Anyway, here we are. Do I like it? I like my resting face, and I don't think it's a resting bitch face. Which is nice. I am hoping that some of the swelling goes away, and that I like my smile face better too. But hopefully this is helpful to you guys. Hopefully you guys are learning that it does take a few days, and they tell you it takes a few days, but it's hard to believe. Like, it's so easy to panic. And I think it's because I got so much done this time that it's been more of a nerve-wracking experience than the other time. So I just really hope that this is beneficial, and you guys are able to know that it probably will get better if you are having a reaction, not a reaction, but if you are having, I guess it's a reaction, like swelling and bruising and stuff, that it most likely will get better. I guess there's potential that if they filled you incorrectly, that it may not. it's a risk for sure. But, you know, give it some time, settle. I took a picture immediately once I got back in my car after the procedure, and I'm so grateful that I did that. And I definitely recommend doing that, because when I was freaking out 2 days ago, I had that picture to refer back to and know that like I wasn't gonna look like this and that my face wasn't droopy. Oh, that's the thing. So if you look at the 24-hour video, my lip was like droopy. It was like this. If you look at it now, it's really not. It kind of looks like it is because the bruise looks like a shadow, so it kind of looks like it's hanging down a bit, but it's actually not. Like if you look at the points, they match. So that was a concern of mine too. I kind of thought like it was going to be like this. Happy to say that got corrected. Eventually the bruising will get corrected, and hopefully you've got a little bit more swelling to get rid of, and that'll get corrected, and then everything will be good. But I will keep you guys posted. Watch my 2 previous videos. Watch what I looked like on 24 hours and watch what I looked like at 48 hours. And here I am at 72 hours, much more happy, much more confident. And then, like I said, I'll do another one on Friday, so that'll be a week later. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. And subscribe, and like my video too. All right, guys, thanks so much.